गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। जैसा कि आप सब लोग जानते हैं कि APPSCC 2024 का फाइनल रिजल्ट कल कमीशन ने डिक्लेयर कर दिया है विद अ लिस्ट ऑफ 140 कैंडिडेट्स अगेंस्ट 140 वैकेंसीज. I want to take you over the entire examination process, which started from 10th of October. When the 140 posts were advertised under various various departments under government of Arunachal Pradesh. जो एग्ज़ाम की फर्स्ट स्टेज थी वो प्रीलिम्स थी जो 15 दिसंबर 2024 को कंडक्ट हुई थी. Admit card were issued to around 22,700 candidates and the entire exam was conducted in 17 districts with around 93 examination venues. So it was conducted across Arunachal Pradesh. There were a lot of transparency features which were introduced at every stage in this examination, and the entire exam was conducted in a time-bound and a very transparent manner. In the first stage, OMR, 3-ply OMR were introduced, where the candidate could take a copy of the OMR with him or her, and it was quietly appreciated by the candidates also as an enhanced measure of transparency, because they could know their answers and they could calculate their marks exactly. Another feature which was introduced was placing the provisional answer key and taking challenge from the candidates, and accordingly a final answer key was prepared which was placed on the website. So candidates would know their complete they had their OMRs and they had the answer key, so that they could calculate their marks. In the next stage, out of these 17,000 candidates which actually appeared, 1,658 candidates were invited for the next stage, which was the main stage. It was conducted on 6th, 7th, 9th and 10th of April 2025. It was conducted in this new building for the first time with state-of-art facility and also complete monitoring by CCTV cameras. Senior officers were also appointed as observers in the prelims also and during the mains examination also, again as a measure of transparency. Out of these 1,658 candidates, approximately 1,525 candidates appeared in all the 8 exams of the mains, and after rigorous evaluation of around 2 months, results were declared on 30th of June 2025 with a list of 420 candidates, which was 3 times the vacancies. The physical efficiency test and physical standard test for the DYSP posts were also conducted on 18th and 19th of June. For the first time again, the technical intervention was introduced. So entire examination, physical efficiency and standard test was conducted through RFIDs and under videography. So complete process was under videography, all the parameters, and result was declared the next day. The qualified candidates had also undergone the medical test, and medical test was also conducted for these posts. The final stage, which was the personality test, was conducted batch-wise for 8 days from 30th of July to 7th of August. Now, many features were introduced. They had been adopted in our previous interviews, but they were introduced for the first time in CCE. So one of the feature that was introduced was that the identity of the candidates was kept completely confidential to the panel of the boards. Identity, because we understand Arunachal is a small state in terms of population, and there are multiple tribes. Just to ensure that there's no bias in the marking because of individual identity of the candidate, the candidates were given codes, and the code became the identity of the candidate for the interview process. Another transparency measure adopted was that everything was done through lottery. The assignment of boards to the candidates and also to the panelists. The assignment of board to the panelists, everything was done through lottery and under videography. So the Commission adopted a lot of transparency measures to ensure that this exam is conducted in the most transparent manner, and also the entire process was concluded in around 10 to 11 months, which was less than a year. So the final result, throughout all the stages, we have tried to publish the result in a time-bound manner and with great accuracy. The prelims result was declared within 5 days. Evaluation, mains of course, because it's a subjective paper, so the evaluation takes time, and there were 8 subjective papers. The interview was concluded only on 7th of August, and the result was declared yesterday with 140 candidates, including 8 PWD candidates. So all PWD posts have been filled. Another point which I would like to mention is that the special assistance were given to PWD candidates as per the government mandate throughout all the 3 stages. So even during the prelims, mains and interview also, so we placed special annexure where we requested, where we asked the PWD candidates the kind of facility that they need, because some of the candidates were hard of hearing and needed special assistance. So as per the requirement of the candidates, the provisions were made during the interview also, and our board was extremely sensitive to all the PWD candidates, and as per government guidelines, all protocols were followed in all the 3 stages. So we are very happy to announce that the entire process finished in a very time-bound manner, and as I said, within less than a year, and APPSC endeavors to make it as an annual calendar event, so we can start the next cycle as soon as possible, and as soon as we receive the complete requisition from the government. Thank you.
So ma'am, there are some chances that once the government and the commission tries to come up with a calendar event, so there's a chances that it will be held in every year annually?
That is what commission and in fact government also endeavors. As soon as, because we have to understand it's a combined exam and various requisitions are sought from across the department. So as soon as the requisition comes, we can make it an annual calendar event.
There are possibilities.
Yes, definitely.
Ma'am, what's your response to the viral social media about 2 candidates with the same name in the results?
They are of course 2 different candidates, but with the same name. Their roll numbers and marks are different. They are different candidates. There's no doubt about that. And in fact, their identity has also been, they have also come up.
By any chance, were there any kind of complaints being made or being addressed by the students who have written the examination, or as a feedback to the commission? Any letters so far after the results or after the entire examination process?
In the entire examination, because everything was so transparent, we have not received any complaints as such. It's just that the candidates who do not clear the examination, they seek their marks. But we have to understand, as per our manual also and as per the practice which is followed by UPSC and across commissions, the marks cannot be disclosed till the cycle of the exam is completed. So only when the cycle of the exam is completed, the marks can be disclosed to the candidates. So I use this platform also to make candidates conscious of this fact and inform them that the marks cannot be disclosed when the examination cycle is ongoing.
सोशल मीडिया में पब्लिक से भी काफ़ी स्टूडेंट से भी जो APPSC का ऊपर जो बायस एंड अनफेयर मार्किंग का एलिगेशन भी लगाया जा रहा है, तो आप लोग क्या जवाब दें, आपको क्या रिस्पॉन्स?
Again, as I said, the entire examination has been conducted in the most transparent manner possible. Okay, and even if you look at the marks, this is again for your information, which we observed yesterday. There is no, you can see the candidate who is doing well in all the phases, and I'm sure there will always be grievances, but the candidates who have qualified and who have written the exam will be the best judge of that.
So ma'am, are you satisfied with the new education policy? The way you are conducting the exams, are you satisfied?
Yes, of course, and I can feel that satisfaction in the candidates also. We generally keep interacting with the candidates who come and we ask them for their feedbacks. So most of we have tried to simplify. Like in the prelims, we have added an OMR so that they know their answers. They can calculate their marks. And similarly, in the mains also, we tried to give them maximum facilities. We conducted the exam in this building. It was a month of April, but all the rooms were air conditioned, and also everything was monitored through CCTV. So various features that we have taken, some of the features are not even followed by most of the commissions right now. For example, the coding system that we have introduced in the interviews. But the innovative features that we are adding, it is quite satisfactory, because the motto of the commission is to conduct the exam in the most fair and transparent manner, and we are proceeding towards the same.
What are those innovative features?
First of all, 3-ply OMR sheet, CCTV monitoring of all the examinations, especially mains examination which was conducted here. The entire process of interview was under videography. Even the interview boards, entire interviews were conducted under videography. It is not done by most of the commissions at this time.
Is there any chances that the commission will put up those videos in public domain in future?
No, I think that's a very, that might raise the issue of privacy, rights of privacy. So no, the commission will not upload. That is for commission's purpose only, and the commission will not upload those videos.
Are there any updates about the TGT and PGT examinations?
PGT examination, we have notified the syllabus already, and we have notified the dates. Already it is in the public domain. Part of the syllabus was also notified yesterday, which was left, and we will be very soon advertising the PGT examination.
मैम अगर पहले जो केसेस हुए थे उसकी जो बात करें तो हम जो APCS की जो क्रेडिबिलिटी है उस पर बहुत सवाल उठाया जा रहा है अभी भी, और शायद अब एग्जामिनेशन होने के बाद जो रिजल्ट आएंगे उसके बाद भी शायद उस क्रेडिबिलिटी पर सवाल उठाया जाएगा, तो उस पर आप लोगों का क्या स्टेप्स होगा?
See, whatever has happened. A new commission was constituted in January last year, and the entire SOP and guidelines and the working of the commission was revamped after the new commission and with the new spirits. India is a democracy, so we cannot, everybody has right to speak. Now they decide whether the whatever that they speak is verified or unverified. The commission cannot explain and clarify everything. We can only make the efforts to make the system as transparent as possible. And commission is leaving no stone unturned to do that. We are burning the midnight oil. Most of my staff is overburnt right now because the speed at which we are conducting the examination, in less than 1.5 years, we have conducted 11 examinations with multiple stages, which means almost 30 stages of examinations have been conducted in less than 15 months. So just see the average at which the commission is conducting examination, almost 2 to 3 stages every month. So commission is trying its best to undo what has been done, to set up a commission with a revived motto to ensure that there is complete transparency and the best merit is selected for the state.
तो हम ये आप ये दावा कर सकते हैं कि ये एग्जाम होने के बाद उसके बाद जो रिजल्ट आएगा तो कोई सवाल उठाने का मतलब कोई आगे कोई चांसेस नहीं है?
As I again said, India is a democracy. Everybody has a right to speak. Whether it is verified or unverified, it is their choice. But as far as commission stands, there is no question of any compromise with the fairness and merit of the examination.
Ma'am, I want to get back to my earlier question again regarding the conducting of the exam in calendar wise. So will the commission also pursue in person with the government, or you have to wait for the government's directives regarding this? The conduct here.
See, the work of the commission actually starts when the requisition has been received by the commission from the government in a complete manner. So, but however, still, because we understand there was a moratorium for 1.5 before that, for 2.5 years, and there are a lot of pending examinations. So we are working in coordination with the government to ensure that the exams are conducted in a calendar-wise manner, and we try to continue and we try to stick to the calendar which is published by the calendar. But of course, conducting of the exam is subject to a number of factors. On those lines, I will also bring out that there has been request for postponing the mains of the engineering services examination. However, Commission has decided that any postponement will not only result in delay of this examination, but also the other examinations which are scheduled and have been pending for 4 years. So through this medium, I would like to bring to the notice of all the candidates who are writing the examination that there will be no postponement of the mains examination. It will be conducted as scheduled.
Ma'am, regarding this, some group of aggrieved candidates can take that tagline, and along with one political organization have also, I believe, they have submitted a representation letter to you on this regard, and they have some points actually that there are some discrepancies in the question papers, and then some results are again double, the candidates' names double. So what do you have to say on that?
So firstly, most of the applications that we have received from the qualified candidates, they are appreciating the Commission for the, not just for conducting the exam in a transparent manner, but also the quality of questions and the quality of question papers. But coming back to your question, see, we have to understand that the CC exam is a combined examination, where various exams is conducted for various departments with the same eligibility conditions. Common engineering examination was a common examination. It was for various departments, but they had different, some of them had different eligibility conditions. So therefore, the presentation of result will not be same in the two examinations. So we have to understand that the eligibility, the merit list or the shortlisting of candidate is done only as per the eligibility conditions. The departments had multiple eligibility conditions, so they cannot be combined. It's not a combined examination, it's a common examination. We received certain applications saying that 1:12 ratio was not followed. Let me assure you that the entire examination, including the declaration of result, was conducted as per procedures and as per the requisition received by the Commission from the departments. We have to understand that the ratio is not, see, ratio is for across the categories. You can't see it in total. You have to see how many candidates in what categories have appeared. So it is always subject to availability of candidates. So as far as possible, the ratio of 1:12 has been followed. As far as duplicacy is concerned, so one of the representations said that merit was considered for shortlisting. What can be the other way of shortlisting if not merit? Shortlisting is done on merit only. And so the Commission has followed all the procedures, and the result is complete and free from any biasness across any subject, and it is as per procedures, because if two departments have two different eligibility conditions, they cannot have single. There can be doubts among the candidates because this is happening for the first time. A common examination is happening for the first time, so that's why. But everything was already, the eligibility conditions were already mentioned in the advertisement. The vacancy position across the departments was already mentioned in the advertisement. So all these allegations are unbiased, unverified, and they are only done by some vested interest to stop the process and smooth conduct of the examination.
There were some allegations that the segregation of the candidates were also not informed or without prior notice.
Commission is not supposed to inform that. Commission is supposed to advertise, and all the relevant information was already given in the advertisement.
Yeah.
So ma'am, how many more exams is the Commission planning on conducting this year?
We have already notified, we have already given the dates for PGT examination, and we will be notifying it very soon. The Commission, because we are almost in August and there are multiple stages involved, so next upcoming examination is AE mains. It will have an interview stage also. Similarly, PGT will also have 2 more stages. of written examination means, and depending on how we can fit it, because the number of candidates are also pending for 4 years, the number of vacancies is also large, and the number of applications that we are expecting is also large. So we'll have to schedule it accordingly, but if time permits, commission will try to fit in more examinations.
So ma'am, can we expect that the PGT examination will be conducted this year?
Yes, yes, absolutely. The dates have already been given, and the commission will conduct those examination on those dates only. And I hope no more questions. So I'll thank you, all of you, and I'll congratulate all the candidates who have made to the merit list of APPS CCE, and all the candidates who cannot work hard, and hopefully you'll get through next year. Thank you so much.